Hi, all. This is Side of Girl from Becoming M here with the astrology of the weekend starting Friday, the 10th of July. So, this day the moon will move into the sign of Gemini. I like the sign of Gemini because it's spiritual download day is the way that I would say it. It's like when you start getting dreams that kind of tell you something that has been going on and getting clarity on that thing that was going on, or you can all of a sudden find a new podcast or a new book or some new avenue that you're getting some information that you're like, oh my God, how did I not know that before? Hello. Or it can be one of those things where a song can give you a information, a person's conversation brings clarity, and it's telling you go out there, talk to people, engage to new things, communicate. It's important. All right. I can tell you that I know that Mercury retrograde is afoot, and supposedly that distracts communication, but this one's really different. It's more like when you hear them, the communications around you, you're going to see them very different than before because there's something awakening. Okay. So be very open to these communications. Besides that, Venus, that I told you is in Virgo now, it's creating a trine with Lilith in Virgo, another earth sign practicality, right? And trines for me are like boomerang energies that they come back. So you can look at it different, right? So you can look at it again and that you can look at it better. And see, this is why I'm telling you the communication's so good. Um, even though we're in the retrograde. So in this energy, it's kind of like you're going to start noticing things that you did that were actually not good to do because they limited you instead of expanding you, right? They weren't in correct judgment. And it's not so that you can hate on yourself, but to realize how this thought process that you had that was out of date, or, this this viewpoint that you had that was linked to the past is actually sabotaging your future. So it's like really cool because what they're giving you is using all this earth. This slows things down. They're throwing just a little air in there so that you can see, hey, maybe all this fire needs to be muted down a little bit. Remember how I told you the only two things that can limit a fire sign is earth and air. Taking out the air out of a situation, the fat head, removing some of that, and then anchoring it with so much earth, right? And then you're like processing a situation again and it comes back into your mind. So, one of the things that I would recommend during this time, this Monday, is that you kind of wake up in the morning and say, you know what, out loud, say it out loud, because not all of us have that strong connection with our spirit guides. And you might think you do and you don't. And I don't, and just let's just say it out loud. So we just make sure that you're in a place that people are not going to judge you, that you're kind of crazy locos as you're talking to yourself. But say it out loud like, do you remember that thing that happened to me that I'm totally thinking about right now? You know, can you let me know, like, what it is that you need me to do about this in the future, or why am I it's coming up, or what do I need to like process from this, right? And then just be open to receive whatever. And I am totally open to receiving the guidance of the universe, and I'm not going to block it, and I will not um like try to rationalize it and excuse it to be out. Just make sure you put parameters like that for yourself so that you don't self-sabotage while you get the message. But it would really help to get some clarity, especially for anything that came up the previous week coming to this week. So I hope that helps.